When the boiler is installed, test, ignite and instruct the operator. It is very important to explain to the operator how to correctly ignite the boiler, how to regulate its output and how it should be cleaned. The Atmos boilers are equipped as standard with a thermometer, switch, flue gas thermostat, regulating thermostat and safety thermostat that control the ventilator operation according to the boiler outlet water temperature and the temperature of combustibles. The majority of Atmos boilers are equipped with Honeywell FR124 draft regulators that control the amount of air entering into the boiler according to the outlet water temperature. This control allows the boilers to operate up to 70% of power output without the ventilator, only with chimney draft. Depending on the country of destination, the Atmos boilers can have other accessories like an installed regulating and safety thermostat for the pump and so on. For some markets, the Atmos boilers are also supplied with electronic control for operating two heating circuits, solar heating control and heating of warm utility water. The Atmos boilers are equipped with primary and secondary air ratio regulation. The optimum adjustment is set directly in the manufacturing plant. By pulling up the rod, the amount of primary air is increased, while at the same time the amount of secondary air flowing into the boiler is decreased. With this, we can increase the power output of the boiler and simultaneously change the combustion quality. For this reason, we approach any change cautiously. Before operating the boiler, we must ensure that the system is filled with water. Follow this procedure when igniting a fire. Pull out the ignition valve, set the flue gas thermostat to the ignition setting and turn on the draft ventilator. Insert dry wood kindlings through the top door and place them across the channel or nozzle of the heatproof shaved piece. Place paper or wood wool on the kindling and on top of that insert larger pieces of dry wood and ignite. After it starts burning, fill the whole boiler with fuel, close up the door, push in the ignition valve, set the flue gas thermostat to the operating position so that the ventilator will switch off after the fuel burns out. Set the desired heating water temperature on the Honeywell 124 power output regulator and on the regulating thermostat. When the boiler is in service, the rod of the ignition valve must be always pushed in, otherwise the ventilator could be damaged. If the boiler is to work as a gasifying unit, we then have to keep an adequate layer of glowing embers on the fire grate or the ceramic-shaped piece or nozzle, which will provide sufficient temperature for burning of all the combustible materials and for waste gas cleanness. The specified fuel, depending on the boiler type, is dry firewood with a maximum of 20% moisture content, and for combination boilers also or cobbles, wood briquettes, pellets and so on. With regular cleaning, we extend the boiler's service life and reliability. Depending on the fuel used and its quality, we remove the ash deposits from manually operated boilers once in 1 to 7 days. In pellet boilers with automatic fuel supply and ash removal, clean the boiler and collect ash once every 14 to 40 days. Once every fortnight to 1 month as a minimum, we clean the rear flue gas spine from dust and soot. Remove these deposits using the opening in the bottom part of the gas pipe. While cleaning the boiler, we also inspect the cast iron ignition valve that it seats correctly. It's also a good idea to inspect and possibly clean the rotor of the draft ventilator so that there's no unnecessary noise. We must always remove from the boiler all deposits of dust and ash so that the boiler efficiency is not reduced and thus the fuel consumption is not increased. The boiler is supplied by the manufacturer with basic accessories and cleaning tools. The installation can be extended with other accessories to satisfy the more demanding customer and for comfortable heating.